Good afternoon. My name is Christy Thomas. I'd like to welcome you to ACC Women's Basketball Media Tip-Off. With me is the new head coach of Virginia, Tina Thompson. We have Dominique Toussaint and Jocelyn Willoughby. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Coach Thompson,
Yes.
First of all, crazy if you think about since April, your last couple of months. There's a little thing called a Hall of Fame induction, as well as moving, joining a new team. Talk us through the last couple of months.
Well, honestly, I think that because it was so compact and so much was going on, that it helped me not kind of like concentrate or just kind of obsess over one thing. Most of it I don't really remember, but the good thing about me being able to see these girls every day is that, you know, we're getting more familiar. My family absolutely loves Charlottesville and the University of Virginia, and although we've been fast at work, it's been really enjoyable, and I'm really happy.
Dominique, when you heard that Tina Thompson was going to be your next head coach, what was your initial thought?
It was really exciting. I immediately called my mom and let her know, and of course she was screaming across through the line in my ear, but you know, it was just really exciting for her to come here.
Jocelyn, have you watched much, have you gone back and watched much film on your coaching?
I have not. I haven't gone back. I've seen a few games of the Olympics, and I just remember like sitting there watching with my mom and kind of being in awe, but that wasn't necessarily the first thought that came to mind after hearing the announcement of our new head coach.
Good, don't go watch.
Definitely watch.
YouTube.
Tina, a truly accomplished career as a player, a shorter experience as a coach. So I'm assuming, I mean, and again, you're an assistant coach under a great head coach in Karen Ashton. I'm sure you learned. But talk about how you've put together all these experiences to form your philosophy now as a head coach.
Well, I mean, I just believe that you're forever a student. So, I mean, I'm constantly like learning and understanding and studying and just figuring things out. I would say that I coach much the same way as I played. So it's my philosophies and, you know, the information that I give my girls are very familiar to me because it's what I've done my entire career. I mean, the thing that I constantly remind myself or I think is that to not solely remove myself from where they are and just kind of understanding the challenges and things that they're experiencing and applying that, because I think that if I can get them, it will better allow them to kind of get me, and our level of communication, our level of trust, and just the honesty that we have will help us compete at a much higher level.
Talk about the thought, intentionality that you put into your staff, putting them together.
Well, it first started with just good, honest people. I mean, the reality that I am taking on the responsibility of caring for someone else's children, and that moms and dads are willing to entrust, you know, their babies, like with me, that the same intentions that I have for my son, I have for them. And I want to be surrounded with people that have those same intentions. Like, we're building young people in a sense, and we're not just coaching them from a basketball perspective. Like, we are embedding things in them that they will carry, you know, far beyond their student athletes' careers at UVA. So great intention at the reality of the people that they are first. And the fact that they're great basketball minds, it's just icing on the cake.
Dominique, talk about the impact that you felt immediately from this new staff.
I think the biggest thing was the discipline that was expected from us. You know, it was a new mindset coming in saying that we've been to the NCAA tournament, but you know, we want to go back there and do better than what we did. So I think it was just a new mindset, new mentality, new discipline throughout the team.
Jocelyn, didn't just make the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
You won that opening round game.
Yeah.
What is that experience? How's that experience benefited this team moving forward into this season?
I think it's benefited us in a lot of ways. I think we know what the expectation is like. I think first, you know what it feels like to make the tournament now, and that's kind of a high that you want to keep chasing. And so for us, it's about advancing every year and going a little bit further. So we've established, you know, just the basis for us. And so our effort and energy is about just going a little bit further each year and getting better each day.
So Tina, I mean, I guess it could be an advantage for you because not having ever been a head coach, no one really knows what the style of play has been for your team. What can we expect this season?
We can expect a lot of excitement. I mean, we're going to get out and run. Like, I have a team full of really talented individual players that have abilities that I think the world hasn't seen yet. So I've kind of loosened up the reins a little bit and allowed them to be individuals within our team concept and to put them in positions to do the things that they do well. I think that any player finds confidence in being put in a position to do the things that they do well. And then it motivates them to add things, other things to their game, especially when you're in a free-flowing offense, because it gives you the ability to do as much as your game allows.
So, Dominique, is there an area of your game that you've already felt and it has been impacted by this new staff?
Yeah, I mean, so off the court, I think it's more leadership, but if we were to talk about on the court, I think they really want me to fine-tune my shot, my jump shot, so that I could be more of a threat outside of the paint because everybody knows I want to attack the basket. So I think the focus has been on being more consistent shooter.
Jocelyn, how about for you?
Again, I do think leadership has been a big thing and just holding myself and my teammates accountable. And then on top of that, I think just being efficient and effective in what I can do. So,
couple of practices now. Obviously, a summer working with this team. What was your initial thought the first time you got them on the court?
Well, I mean, they will say that I expect a lot of them, and I do. But the carryover for me was a joy to see. Every day I have very high expectations of them, and not just because I have high expectations, it's also because I know what they're capable of. So I don't want us to waste time in moments. So the time that we're in between those lines, we want to be our absolute best selves. So the approach to the first day, I thought would be, a little kind of off simply because the timing is now expanded. We're going to throw a lot of information at them, but we were all in. And although, of course, at the end I said, I expect more. The fact that we were at the standard of what we expect every single day and my girls met it was fulfilling. Our entire staff just kind of doted about that was a good first day, and if this is where we can start, then our future is really bright.
Offensive minded or defensive minded?
I would say offensive, but
I think we would say offensive right now because that's the area that we need to improve in the most based on last season. But I don't think I wouldn't sleep on the defensive side either.
Honestly,
we know Coach is a worker.
People know we can play defense.
Yeah.
So, offense is coming.
Jocelyn, can you talk about your role on the NCAA Women's Oversight Committee?
Yeah, so really I'm just an advocate for student athletes and women's basketball players in particular. So I participate in monthly teleconference meetings and then semi-annual in-person meetings, and I just kind of give my feedback. I'm non-voting, but just looking at the different proposals and legislation that comes through us, try and see, okay, how does this benefit or not benefit the student athlete? And so I just try and, add that voice to the conversation and make sure that it is present.
Tina, you're coming in new to the ACC, new to this side, but what's your initial impressions of this conference?
High expectations. I mean, whether I was coaching in the ACC or not, I think that, it has a reputation that, precedes itself in the sense that people are very familiar with the teams that are in this conference from top to bottom and what they've been able to accomplish over a long period of time as far as and high or a positive impact, on the game as far as success. So very familiar, excited about just the possibilities of just competing and to being on the biggest stage. The ACC last year was the #1 conference in women's basketball. I believe that we will continue to lead in that way, and it's just a joy to be able to be a part of something special.
Dominique, you watched two of your peer conference schools compete for a national championship in the Final Four. Talk about what that does for you as an athlete.
I think it builds my confidence because, you know, you see them on that platform playing against these top competitions and you see how far they've gotten in the tournament. And when you think about back to when you played them, you think, well, we could have beat them, you know. So I think that just built my confidence and just built my expectations for the team because I know we can get there.
Jocelyn, can you tell us where you're living and what the significance is about this?
Yeah, so I'm living on the lawn. The lawn is a part of the academic village. It's the original university, and from there, you know, the university's expanded. And I mean, it's different. You know, there are no restrooms in our individual rooms, so you have to walk in the rain or snow or whatever the weather is. And then you just have a lot of social activities. You know, a lot of tourists come through, a lot of prospective students. So in a sense, it's important to me because I am an ambassador and kind of face of the university. And so, you know, this is our bicentennial year as a university. And for me, it's really important as a woman of color who wouldn't have been welcomed in that space. And so for me, it's really humbling because it's kind of reclaiming a space and making it so that other students and community members feel like this is a space for them as well. So.
Coach, is she downplaying a little bit?
Absolutely. You saw the expression on my face. Well, one thing that I loved about her is that she's forever an advocate in fighting for something that's bigger than herself, but she's in that position because of all the work that she's done, like as an individual, and just kind of building herself up to be in a position to lead. So I absolutely love her humility, but sometimes I just want her to say, like, I'm a bad chick. And the reason why I'm on the lawn is because I did this, and this. I mean, the position that she's in and being able to live on the lawn is an extremely coveted, you know, opportunity, and it's a very prestigious, like, honor. And you know, we are humbled at the fact that we have someone, you know, on our team that's able to kind of lead from that place and hold that position. So she's super, super, super dope, and we're glad that she's on our side.
All right, ladies, in a short time, what is Coach Thompson's favorite saying? Like, what is she
We're
saying
doing this for a reason. You know, because everything has a reason in practice. You know, it's building fundamentals. So we're not doing things just for doing its sake. So everything has a reason. So she loves to tell us that.
Is the hands part of the?
We're doing this for a reason.
What's the swoop? The swoop.
You're ready to say something profound.
Listen, guys.
What's your go-to dance move?
Dance move?
I don't know.
I don't think
We haven't seen that.
Oh, yeah, I dance a little bit, but it's usually while they're like warming up, so they don't pay attention.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's true.
Who's the worst singer on your team?
Oh, there's a lot of us. We're pretty bad.
Well, you're pretty good, but I feel like no, she's pretty good.
No, but she never sings well. She always sings badly. So,
but it's entertaining.
Okay, it's entertaining. She is an entertainer. Yes.
Ladies, you walk in the locker room. Who's that one teammate that you know is going to get you hyped?
Monet.
Yeah.
Monet Jones, yeah. She's always hyped.
Yeah.
Loving herself.
What's on your playlist right now, Coach?
Me, old school all day long. So I am definitely a playlist or a Pandora listener.
Me? I don't know. It's kind of on shuffle right now. I wouldn't say a specific song. I do listen to Daniel Caesar a lot, though, so, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm more of a 90s, 2000s R&B, so anything kind of mellow.
All right,
fits my personality.
Last question. Between the three of you, who's the most competitive person up here?
Coach C.
You guys are supposed to say you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know.
I know it's Coach C. She's made that known.
Well, ladies, good luck this season. Thank you for spending time with us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. Yes. This was great.
Great time.
Thanks.